Welcome back to the ARCA Zoomcast.
That's it. The Zoomcast case.
Nice. I'm Casey Kim, of course. That's ARCA PR Director Charlie Kroll. Back after we took off for a week because Charlie was a little bit under the weather, but he's doing great now. And we're getting ready for Charlotte. How about that?
Yeah, it's exciting, man. We're ready to get after it.
Yeah, a lot of people got after it in Kansas, of course, 2 weeks ago. How about those Chevrolets? You got Rev Racing, and you got Nick, Raja, and Daniel Dive GMS finishing 1, 2, 3.
You know, it's interesting. They ended up sweeping the top three, but they were really the beneficiary of two Toyotas taking themselves out. When the 20 and the 18 got together. So, the really great thing, Casey, is for a while, we were dominated by one manufacturer there for a few years, and I think it's really starting to come around to where we've got teams that are capable of winning from all three manufacturers at this point. So it's good to see. It's always good when the fans get to see the manufacturer they're pulling for end up in victory lane. So it's a good thing, and certainly was good for Chevrolet. They put a lot of emphasis on their budding relationship with Rev Racing, and of course that's Raja and Nick, and Nick has had a great streak going here the last couple of races. So the countdown is on now, I suppose, until when Raja gets his first win.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they're actually, those Rev teammates are tied for the championship lead, and Daniel's only 3 points behind.
Yeah, only 3 points, the separation between the top three. So I think we're going to see, now we're getting to that part of the schedule, Casey, where the battle for the championship is really going to come into focus here. And, it's really those three up at the front, Amber and Tony Breidinger and the others who are running the full season have kind of dropped back a little bit. But I think we're going to see those three drivers, Nick, Raja, and Daniel. We're going to see what they've got here the next 2 months or so when we race pretty much every weekend. So yeah, we're very anxious to see what comes of it. And we're bound to see Daniel win a race or two. We're bound to see Nick win a few of these, and Corey Heim's going to be in the mix. Of course, Corey, not a championship contender, but like I said, I think what we're all kind of waiting for here is Raja to get his first win, and of course that would be historic because he would be the first black driver to win in the ARCA Menard series. Of course, we've had Bubba Wallace. Bubba is a winner on this platform, with the ARCA Menard Series East now being, included. But, as far as the National ARCA Tour is concerned, Raja could become the first ever black driver to win. And that would be pretty historic for us. We're obviously, Casey, we don't pull for any one driver to win.
Of course not.
But as the storyteller, for the series, that would be a great story, and we're certainly looking forward to the opportunity to maybe be able to tell that story.
It's similar to when, remember, a couple years ago, Gracie Trotter became the first woman to win on the ARCA platform.
Yes.
I don't think we're still looking for. I think we're still looking for that too. So.
Correct.
And that could happen too. But
sure could. We got a couple of female drivers that could go up there and snatch a win from these boys. That'd be good to see.
So let's talk about I know there's been I don't want to touch on this too much, but what is having a team like Venturini Motorsports in the ARCA Menard series mean to you, and just the passion that family brings?
So we'll talk about that anytime you want, Casey. Big Bill Venturini and his wife Kathy came to our series full time back in 1982. That's 40 years ago. And I was a kid then, and I can remember coming to the races and hearing about, the all-female pit crew back then. And it was a big deal back then. And of course, Bill, as a driver, was very competitive. I believe he won 12 races as a driver. And, then the team, as they transitioned to Billy, as a driver, the sport was changing, the sport was evolving, and the team kind of suffered a little bit. And and then Billy stepped out of the driver's seat and really turned his focus on being the team manager and going out there developing drivers and creating relationships. And that's really where they thrived. and they've won dozens of races since then. And, to have them be a part of our series and being one of the cornerstone teams of our series is absolutely fantastic. I I don't get a chance to just sit and talk to anybody at the racetrack for, a prolonged period of time. We're all there to work and do our jobs, and we're busy. But when I do have a chance to sit and chat with Bill Venturini, like I love it. He's got great stories to tell. He's a wonderful person. He and his wife Kathy are just fantastic. Billy is a great guy. He's obviously, I'm sure this is why you're asking. He's got a bit of a personality.
Yep.
He gets fired up, and but that's for him to deal with, not for us to deal with. It's you know Billy, and he will tell you, he knows what he's saying, and he says what he says for reasons, and whether or not we agree with that, that's not for us to decide whether or not what he's saying is truthful for us or not. But he's a great guy. He really is. I consider him to be a friend, and he's a friend of the sport, and he's someone that, again, is here for the right reasons, just like the folks over at Joe Gibbs Racing. They're one of those cornerstone teams too, and we're not picking on them in any way, shape, or form, Casey. But yeah, but the Venterinis have been around for a very long time. They're very important to our series, and it's a very symbiotic relationship. And I consider myself grateful to have had the time around them that I have had, and for their mentorship, as prior to my employment here at ARCA. And I appreciate their willingness to help us grow ARCA, and participate in some of the off-track stuff that we do too. So great people, great to have them on board. And the controversy notwithstanding, Casey, there certainly are a very important part of what we do here.
Absolutely. So let's talk about Charlotte this weekend. How many cars are we expecting?
The preliminary entry list has 26 cars, 3 more than last year. So
Awesome.
continuing to go up. That's a good thing.
Yes. Yeah, it's been good. Have you been? We're 5 races in. We're gonna get to that point in the season where we're gonna visit some of the short tracks on the schedule. We haven't hit really many of them yet. Well, Phoenix, but now this is kind of like we're gonna hit a lot of the standalone races. Like I know you guys got Iowa coming up. I know that's a big event for you guys. I think you guys are the lead promoters for that. And of course, then we go to Berlin, and then we go to Elko, and then we're really hitting the short tracks for the rest of the season. We're coming to that point where we're going to be racing every single week.
Yeah, and I think you'll see some of those races, Casey, where the car count maybe isn't quite what we would want it to be. We're still fighting that. That's still, we've made no secrets here. We really want to try to work on getting more cars to come out. But I think we're pretty comfortable with where we're at Charlotte. I guess it's not record breaking, but it is. It's more than we had last year, and that's a good thing. And if we could just keep getting a couple of more here and a couple of more there to keep coming out, eventually we'll get back to right to where we need to be. And that's what we're working on. It's a slow process, and but Iowa will be a combination race with the East Series, so we should have a pretty solid car count there. And then Berlin and Elko, those are always races where traditionally they've been a little lower on the car count side of things, so maybe we'll be pretty similar to where we were last year. But you never know, maybe we could get an extra couple of cars to come out to those, and that'd be great. But yeah, we're getting to that point. We're going to start racing pretty much every week from here on out, and in some instances we'll be racing twice a week. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. We've put a lot of plans in place. We got some exciting things coming up for the Mid-Ohio race. We've got some exciting things coming up for the Indy race. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a fun summer, Casey.
It will be. And I haven't had a chance to ask you this yet, but now we got the East Series, and then of course the West boys are going to get back at it the following week at Portland for the
Yeah,
first.
2 weeks in a row. We've got Portland coming up on the 4th, and then Sonoma coming up on the 11th of June. 2 road course races back-to-back weekends. That's going to be fantastic. I expect we'll have a pretty decent car count at both of those. In both of those races last year, Casey, if you remember, were phenomenal. So, yeah, I'm as the communications manager for the series, I'm always looking forward to those races. But as the play-by-play guy of those races, I'm really looking forward. That's gonna be a good couple of back-to-back weekends there. And of course, that second weekend is a doubleheader for me with Sonoma and Iowa on the same day. That's gonna be a lot of fun.
I think Sonoma is going to be in the afternoon, and then Iowa will be prime time.
Yep.
That's when our friends at NAV TV will be coming back.
Weird. The West Coast race will be the early race that day, so that'll be fun. Yep.
It's also with the doubleheader race with the Truck Series. So I would be not too surprised if we see a lot of the Camping World Truck Series drivers in there.
Yeah, I think we'll see a Truck Series driver or two in that field. Yep.
Yeah, for sure. Kind of talking about, and I also this is the 23rd race at Charlotte, and we got some good contenders in this race. Of course, the normal.
Is it?
Yes. Well, yeah. You just.
How do you know that?
I just got your handy dandy notes. So, I mean, they do help at times.
So this will be the 24th race. We've raced there 23 times previously.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who was the first winner at Charlotte, Casey?
I believe it was Curtis Turner.
Yeah, how about that? Way back in the 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that you guys have been going to Charlotte a number of years, but how important is it to, race at that place and all that?
So it's great to race at Charlotte Motor Speedway. It's great to be, down. This is where most of the teams are located. Our partner, General Tire, is the entitlement sponsor of that race. And there's a lot of attention, and it is. Greg Walter and everybody down there at Charlotte Motor Speedway are very accommodating to us, and it's great to be a part of the 600 weekend, and it's a lot of fun to be down there. Of course, we'll have a chance to go and visit with a lot of our NASCAR colleagues while we're down there, and yeah, we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a fun couple of days down there in North Carolina.
And a doubleheader with the Truck Series.
Yeah, same day doubleheader with trucks. Yep.
You guys will be going first, and they'll be going right after you guys. So
that's right.
Maybe some people that are in that race are going to be pulling some double duty.
It would be nice to see. I didn't see anybody that was doing double. Corey Heim, maybe.
I think Kyle Busch might be in that race.
I haven't looked at the entry lists too much, but yeah, there might be a driver or two, but I don't know that there are any, Casey. But it would be cool if they were, right?
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, Charlie, that's going to do it for this weekend's ARCA Menard Series preview show, or the Zoom cast. And
you don't have any gossip from Garth Allen for me today, huh?
No, I don't. No, I do not. No.
It's weird. Garth usually has all the good gossip, Casey.
I'm sure he does.
I think he makes most of it up himself.
Who knows? He might. Not sure, but we'll find out. He'll probably have a lot to say after this one, as he always.
Or didn't he? He didn't have anything to say after Kansas, did he?
No, he might have. I don't know. Maybe. I know some other YouTubers had something to say though.
What? Who did?
We'll not go.
Do I have to call anybody out?
Nah, you don't have to. We did that last year though.
Oh, we did.
All right. We'll talk to you next week when we preview Portland for ARCA West.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to being on the Zoomcast next week too, Casey.
Yeah.